Country people, they won't know. That's the only Igbo that I can practically speak. My face are closed. But for real, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope your week went fine. Mine was pretty well though. In fact, it was so fast. I just closed my eye like this. Bing! I opened it. It's already another Saturday. And I'm like, hey, what is happening? January that used to be really long has suddenly become 20 days for me. How is it going at your end? People, tell me so that I will know if I'm still on Earth or if I have migrated to Pluto. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well and everything is going smoothly. Guys, today is going to be exciting. If you know you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, click on the subscribe button. And if you know you're already subscribed, hey, there's one more thing to do. Click on the notification icon so that you get updated whenever a new video comes up. And then if you know you've done both, sit down, let's G's. Hey. Guys, welcome back from that short break. Now the gist has actually started. Like the story has started. So sit down, relax. If you want to get a glass of orange juice or whatever you want to do, please get it. And don't forget, it has to be freshly squeezed juice because the whole idea of this talk is based on that. So let me start with the basics. I'm from a family of 9, 5 girls, 2 boys, daddy and mommy, right? Now I happen to be the last girl, okay, and I have 4 older sisters. I'm going to share a picture of the 4 of them so you can have a clue of how they look like right now. And you're going to understand why I'm making this video. So when we were growing up, we already knew the kind of stature that we're going to have, right? The ones that were going to be chubby already knew that, oh, I'm going to be chubby. I took after mommy's gene. The one that was going to be slim already knew that, hey, I'm going to be slim. I took after daddy's gene, right? So I happen to be confused, honestly. Like, hey, I sometimes look like daddy and the next month I look like mommy. How am I going to end up like looking like, I don't know. I was really confused, to be honest. And while I was going to school, people started talking about, anytime they were raising the issue about the woman's body, they just look at me like, it's like they suddenly become soothsayers, right? They just look at me and say, you're going to be so fat, oh, hey, you're going to be so fat, like, so that kind of got into my head and I'm like, hey, I was actually frightened at the way they were describing my future. Like, it's like these people already knows what's gonna come next. And they tend to say, oh, from experience, your body right now look like you're gonna be this is the best way to describe how they sounded. So while I was growing up, I was really worried. I love eating swallows. Like, if you're from Nigeria and you're watching this video, you understand what I'm saying. I love eating ogbono soup and pounded yam. I love eating pounded yam and egusi soup, bitter leaf soup, and oh god, all the ofe onugbu, all of those soups actually are my thing. I really do rice, but once in a while. But you see the soup thing, hey, Jesus is Lord. So that's really me and I'm not ashamed of it. So one day I had a call with 2 of my sisters and one of them was telling the other about, oh, my body, I'm gaining a lot of weight. I've been eating due to the COVID. I don't know what to do. I'm losing a lot of, I'm gaining a lot of weight. And then my other sister was telling her that, look at me. I am actually not gaining weight. I'm rather losing weight. And so we were laughing about the issue that, hey, you're already slim before. I mean, you've always been slim. But when I actually looked at her again, I realized that she was really thinner. And then I just kept quiet while they were having that conversation. So my sister was explaining what she was doing that made her to, have that kind of stature. And she mentioned intermittent fasting. And I'm like, wow. That was the first time I literally heard about intermittent fasting. And so I was telling my other sister who was talking about the fact that she was gaining more weight, that please don't even listen to her. She has always been really a bit thin, so I consider the childbirth changed a lot of things and now she's trying to get herself back. And I was like, please, you and I know that we're in the same category, so please don't even bother taking advice from her. And we just laughed over it. But after that time, I noticed that I was also having some kind of indigestion. I was weak. I get tired easily. I get a bit inactive at some point. and general well-being, So I was reading online. What can I do? Like, what's going on? I usually go to the gym once in a while, to be honest, and I do a lot of physical activities at work. Sometimes I take break off screen to stretch and move around. But I realized that I was still feeling that way. There are times that I finish eating in the afternoon or in the evening and I go to bed, and the next morning I wake up as if I just finished eating. Like, I feel some kind of thing on my stomach. It's just, my body just was looking a little bit strange, and I didn't understand why. And apart from that, I was feeling really overweight. I tried to check my weight on the scale. At that time I was 65. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, I was 65 at some point. And I'm like, whoa, what am I gonna do? Like, apart from the fact that the weight can say it, the scale can say it, I was feeling it. I was feeling really, when I don't want to say feel heavy. I don't know the best way to describe that, but I was really feeling like I wasn't the one, in charge of my body. So I started doing some research. I started reading online. I started trying to understand what's going on. I came across an article that was explaining intermittent fasting, and I started reading about it. To be honest, when I started reading about intermittent fasting, I decided to try it. That, oh, okay, I know that it won't work for me, but let's try it. If that's going to be the solution to what I feel, let's try it. I started intermittent fasting. I defined my eating time and the hours I will be on fast. And once that was clear, I did a lot of research to read about what it was, how it helps the body lose weight, and some other health benefits. So it's not just about weight loss, it's about getting fit, it's about developing in your health. Actually, with intermittent fasting, you can actually curb a lot of them. And so I was reading, I was super interested. And once I was able to establish that, I started working on my eating. To be honest, I don't eat much before. I like eating certain kind of food, but doesn't mean I eat so much. But when I started intermittent, I began to eat less, because the window that I was allowed to eat, or that I allowed myself to eat, was quite smaller. So if I don't eat, in that window, there is no way I'm going to eat out of that window. So once I was able to define that, I was also able to tell myself, okay, you now need to reduce the quantity of food you eat, okay? So I was not so hard on myself, like, oh, you have to eat two spoons of rice. No, it was like, take it easy. If you're eating 5 before, let it be 4, and then let it be 3. So it was that I was really progressing in that way, and I got really comfortable. When I was doing my research, I found out that a lot of people complained that the first week when they started was hard because they were hungry in the night. I didn't experience any of that, to be honest. I guess I had a lot of fat that was gonna, satisfy me, kind of. I don't know. But I didn't experience any of that. Up till date, I still don't feel hungry. At night, I don't wake up and I'm yearning to eat. Maybe it's because of the seriousness with which I approached, the intermittent fasting thing. Maybe that's why my determination was just too much, so it could counter any kind of hunger that I want to, show up. But I didn't feel any of the hungry thing. So I started really slow. I tried to understand my body, because I wasn't looking at someone as a scale of reference, right? I was looking at myself. I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to stop feeling like I'm having indigestion. I wanted to wake up really active. That was the initial goal. And to be honest, I became used to it. Once it's in the time I was fasting, I was not hungry. I was nothing. I just don't feel like eating anything. I drink a lot of water. And then when it's time to eat, I eat well. And it goes like that till the next day. So let me try to tell you about my window. Now, this may be different from yours if you're planning to start your intermittent fasting, but my window was, I don't eat anything in the morning until it's 11:30. I'm open to eating from 11:30 till 4:30 p.m. After that, I'm not eating anything anymore. Some persons can say from 11 to 5 o'clock. Some persons can say from 12 to 5 o'clock. It depends. But I defined my eating window as 11:30 to 4:30. And to be honest, from when I wake up till 11:30, I don't feel hungry. And even there are times that I don't still feel hungry even after 11:30. I had to start breaking my fast, like, gradually. I can take some apple, I can, eat some fruits. I can do some veggies in between, just to start, just to wake up my stomach and say, hey, you're gonna eat something soon, something like that. And then when the proper meal comes, I eat it. And I really focus on eating homemade food. Like, I prepare the food myself. It is mixed with a lot of proteins and some good amount of calories as well. And I eat it. There are healthy fatty food that I began to eat. I eat a lot of nuts. And I just do it. And I noticed something, that before now I do a lot of fruits. I'm not saying fruits are bad, but don't abuse it, right? I did a lot of research that told me that, oh, you're not supposed to be consuming a lot of fruit. Like, hey, just eat it right. Eat the right kind of fruit at the right time in the right quantity, and then your body gets what it needs, And apart from that, I started introducing lemon too into my water. I don't usually take out the scale, right? The pulp. Everything goes into my water, and it allows my mouth stay fresh. And of course, all of the nutrients I get from it directly. So, it's been 20 days today since I started the intermittent fasting. And to be honest with you, I feel very, very comfortable. I feel very energetic and very active all day. My head is not banging. I'm not sleepy. I'm not feeling heavy, if that's the right word. I sleep comfortably. And I, wake up in the morning really healthy and really, 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 really active. Like, honestly, I've never felt as active as I feel now, before my intermittent fasting. And I feel so happy about it. Now, let me also say this, that before now, couple of years back, that was in 2011 to 2017, I had ulcer. Yeah, I had to say this. In fact, when I told my husband that I want to start intermittent fasting, the first thing he did was to look at me like, hey, you're not going to wake that up, And I'm like, no, we're going to take it really slow and really careful. And to be honest, in those years, like I told you, 2011 to 2017, if I don't eat very well, I can be rolling on the ground like, hey, that's the end of the world. To be honest, I had a very, very chronic ulcer. But the interesting thing is, I haven't had any ulcer pain for the past 3 years, for the past 3-4 years. And of course, I felt like, oh, I'm well. I don't know how that happened. It just left. It just went away. Thank God. But I was afraid because I felt like my fasting will, trigger the thing again. I'm going to be having ulcer pain. But it's been 20 days. I don't feel anything. And that's because I eat well. Right now, I'm more conscious with what I eat, when I eat it, and what is in the food that I'm eating, right? And another thing I need to add to this video is to tell you that if you want to lose weight, do not focus on weight loss. That's a secret I learned during those 20 days. Do not focus on weight loss. Rather, focus on healthy habits. So once I was able to define healthy habit as eating right, eating at the right time, allowing your body to digest it, don't give your body excess of what it needs, drinking a lot of water, doing regular small exercises as the day goes by, your body begins to get used to it, right? And it becomes an habit, like it becomes a norm for me. It's just 20 days and it's already normal for me. I don't feel like, oh, something is wrong, or I need to do something, or something is missing. No, it feels perfect, to be honest. So it's the habit I was looking out for, not the weight loss. The weight loss now is not like an addition to, what your goal is, which is to be healthy and to be well. Because to be honest, what we eat is very important. It goes into our body and it does a lot of things. So if we're not very careful, we're not very conscious, we can just keep eating and we can bring it out back, right? Good. So I know that I have, I'm not a very skinny person. I have tendencies to be a bit chubby, which is beautiful. However, I'm also very focused on not just losing weight to become so thin and scary, but to look healthy, to eat healthy, to talk healthy, and to wake up strong and energetic. I just wanted to give you an update of the new thing I discovered on how to maintain your shape and size, and also how to lose weight, how to be the same, and how to stay energetic all through the day. I hope that you have been able to learn a thing or two from my experience, from my 20 days experience in my intermittent fasting. I'm going to share a picture with you of before and after, and I'm also going to look at the comment section to know what you think about this. Honestly, I need you to share your ideas with me and to also talk to me about your interest in intermittent fasting. Let's talk together and let's watch each other look healthy, stronger, and better. If you have any question on anything you would like me to know, leave it at the comment section and let's get discussing down there. I would not stop the video until I make this really clear. And what I'm going to say is, everyone, irrespective of your size, your stature, you need to appreciate what you are and how you look. If you look really chubby, appreciate it. There are people who are dying to be that chubby. If you look really slim, appreciate it. There are people who are looking for it. Surgery is expensive. People are going under the needles just to have your size and shape. So however you are, just be comfortable in yourself and try to maintain a healthy habit. That's the most important thing here. Everyone needs to be healthy. If you're fat, be healthy. If you're slim, be healthy. If you're in between, be healthy. Embrace yourself, queen. Put on your crown and adjust it. Thank you very much for listening to my TED Talk. I will subsequently update you on my journey through intermittent fasting. Have a great time. This is Core Talk with Ami.